Hi, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I've made an appointment with a lender and I'm going to be meeting with them at the end of this week. And I'm so nervous. Like, I don't even think I can put it into words how nervous I am. I know I shouldn't be, but I just am. I think the house search so far has been pretty much theoretical. It's been fun and fantasy and kind of imaginary. I can imagine being in different houses and things like that, but this is real now. This is making it real. I'm bringing financial documents and I'm meeting with someone about an actual loan, and I'm really nervous. And I'm gonna try to keep you guys up to date with it, but yeah, it's major anxiety, and hopefully this is gonna go well, and hopefully when you see this, it will be in a video where I tell you I got my pre-approval. Or it might be in a video where I tell you I did not get my pre-approval, and okay, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I just had my meeting with the loan person. She was super nice, super sweet. Oh my gosh, I'm just like really overwhelmed right now. Okay, so she gave me two different letters, one for a lesser amount and one for a higher amount. Both of them are more than I had worried that they were gonna say, like, you can only afford $100,000 house, or we're not gonna, like, no, it was great. It was great. And so a lot of the things that I've been looking at, I qualify for, and I don't even know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed right now, but it went really, really well. I'm super excited, and I'm just doing it myself in my own phone. Yeah, it couldn't have gone any better. So I'm heading home right now. I'm gonna contact the real estate agent that I've been working with, and I'm glad you're here with me. I almost recorded inside, and then I thought, oh, it's a little weird. I'm gonna wait till I get in the car. So sorry, I have no hair. I put my hair up when I teach, and I'm here after work. So I'm kind of ready to move forward, I think, if the right house shows up. And so we'll see where we are. Okay. I'm probably going to talk to you from home when I'm calmer and know what the heck I want to say, because right now I don't know, other than it's done, and I got approved for I think what I can afford, and what I think would totally work, and what I think I can work with, and I couldn't be happier. And yeah, so let the actual serious looking begin. Okay, see you in a bit. So it's been a few days now, and I wanted to give you guys kind of a rundown on what happened so that you know a bit of what to expect. Now, I had the option of doing this online, and I couldn't understand how you could do this online, but it ended up being so incredibly simple that I'm sure that I could have done it online. The real estate agent that I am working with, when I first talked with her back in May, she had suggested that I go ahead and do this back then, and I didn't take that advice from her, even though it was great advice. And if you're unsure of what you might be able to qualify for, or you're unsure of what you should do in order to qualify for something, absolutely go ahead. It was a really painful process. I didn't, because I was in the situation where I kind of knew what I needed to do. The other reason that I didn't do it is because they last between 90 and 120 days, and I knew I was not going to be ready to buy within that time period. And so because I already had my own roadmap and it would run out before I could even use it, I didn't do it. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. And there's a very good chance if you speak with a real estate agent, it's going to be the first thing they're going to ask you for. They're going to be a little hesitant in working with you without it, because they kind of need to know, I think, in part, that you're serious, that you really are ready to go, and what types of things to look at. If you keep wanting to look at things that are hundreds of thousands of dollars beyond what you can afford, what anyone will give you a loan for, then you're both at that point, when you're in that serious part, I guess you'd be wasting your time. So how this went. The real estate agent had sent me some recommendations. If you're working with somebody, they should have people that they know are good or solid and that they trust. And since this is completely not my world, I have to kind of go on their trust. So she had sent me 3
I I did my online sleuthing and went with Google, and to be honest, I went with the person whose website and things on there seemed the friendliest and seemed the most kind of in line with the kind of person I think that I would enjoy working with. I had originally thought that I would be doing this with possibly all 3 of the people she had recommended and then some online, and then I was going to contact my bank. And the reason I didn't is because the program that I'm using would be the same regardless of which real estate lender I used. It is a federal program for, I'm assuming it's federal. It is a program for first responders and teachers. So police, EMTs, firefighters, educators. It is called the Hometown Heroes program. And when I Googled it, the first thing that popped up wasn't it. So be careful of that. But it is a program that it sets its own interest rate, which is competitive, if not low. When she quoted it to me, it was at the competitive level. I'm assuming that it does adjust some, and she said that she had just closed with someone who used it, and it ended up at closing to be lower than what they had originally thought. So that's good. It covers your down payment 5%. So and it is FHA, so it's run through Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to pass along what I went through. So because the program is the same no matter where I go to get the mortgage, I didn't need to find out interest rates and different things like that. Now, it's possible that costs and fees and all of that stuff would be different across different lenders. It is something that I'm going to look into, but I really liked the person that I was working with. I'm not enough to spend like thousands upon thousands of dollars that I don't have. But if it's all going to be the same, I am perfectly happy with the person that I met and worked with. She was very, very friendly. So I contacted her via email. I had a few questions about our pending raises that will be coming at the end of this month and the student loan limbo that we're all in and that kind of thing. So she answered those very thoroughly, even though she didn't even know me, and certainly I wasn't working with her yet, but she didn't have to, and she did, which was awesome. So we set an appointment for after work, and she told me that all she needed was my latest pay stub. She asked me what I was thinking as far as house price. I knew where the top was. I knew that I probably can't go over this number, but I was thinking somewhere in here, and she said that's exactly where I would be thinking for you as well. And I was like, oh, good, because that was one of my fears, was that she would say, well, because, you don't really, you're a teacher, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to give you more than this very low amount, where the best I could do would be a townhouse or like buying an apartment. And that's really not what I want to do. I really want a house. But she actually said, let's do 2. She gave me one at a lower amount, and she did the letter, she did all of the paperwork, she showed, all of the numbers. There were a lot of numbers on that sheet. So she gave me all of that kind of, this is the cost, this is what the program will give you for your down payment, this is what you can expect for all of these other fees and things. Based on all of those numbers, this is what your monthly payment will be. This will include your mortgage insurance. This will include your taxes, your property taxes, et cetera, et cetera. So this was the number that you can make your budget with. And then she said, and then let's go higher. And she gave me what I think is my top end. And so same thing, this is what it would be with all of these other things. And so I have 2 approval letters, one for a lesser amount and one for a higher amount. Here's where I am with that. It needs to be nearly perfect for it to be the higher amount. The higher amount is doable. And I can live. It's just a lot tighter than I'm used to. Now, again, I'm in a tiny apartment with a roommate right now, and so no matter what I do, it's going to be an adjustment, and I need to get used to that. But it's a little scary to be that tight. For the perfect house, I know it's doable. I've run the numbers, I've done the budget multiple times. It's totally doable. I've got it written down. I actually have it saved on my computer. It is doable. The lesser amount was about $200 less a month. That's a little more breathing room. And if I can get a much lesser, So like that amount minus again down to the bottom, that's a lot of breathing room. The thing with the breathing room is the more I'm not paying toward the mortgage, the more I'm buying things to improve the house, to fix things up, for furniture, for decor, for all of that kind of cool stuff. And that's part of what I want this to be. So the other thing that happened, she gave me those 2 letters and she sent me an email and it explained that these are the things that I'll need to move forward to go from pre-approval to full approval. So I've got my list right here. So she needs pay stubs for the last 30 days. I get paid once a month, so it's always going to be the next month's pay stubs. So I need to ask her, I was going to hold for after Thanksgiving break. Should I keep sending those monthly or should I just wait until I've found a house that I'm interested in and then send whatever the last one is? She needs 2 months of bank statements. And so that's not a problem. I'm pretty sure I can just download a PDF and send those in. She needs my tax returns and W-2s for the last 3 years. So 2019, 2020, and 2021. And finally, they want me to do a first-time homebuyer course through Fannie Mae. It is an online thing. I believe that it's free. The original plan was to do it over Thanksgiving, but I got sick for the entirety of Thanksgiving because I'm a teacher. And anytime we get a decent length break, we get sick because that's just how things go. So, but I'll be doing that in the next little bit. She said that it lasts for 2 years, so I can do it whenever and it's going to be good for a really long time, even if it takes a while to find a house. So that's pretty much how that went. I want to thank all of you for watching my video. I know we're clicking out now because it sounds like it's the end. I used to have a book YouTube about 2 years ago and it lasted for 8 videos and I got overwhelmed and uncomfortable. I just stopped making videos, and so this was a big risk and a big jump for me to come here and do this again, and the whole time I was like, yeah, but will you make it past 8 videos? And I did! Here I am, it's 9 videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in watching this whole journey with me from the very start, I'm gonna put a playlist right up here. It will not be over Liam's face because he's not here. I hope to see you again soon, next Sunday. Bye.